Gross. I don't know, I'm just saying words right now.
How
Okay.
dare you
Okay,
say
Mr.
words
March.
at me like that, young man?
Easily.
Ooh.
And we're back.
Woo! Hi!
Uh,
Tuesday for TJ.
Yay!
Tuesdays with TJ.
The sun is bright, and I'm pretty sure I can smell the fur searing on the top of my head.
It's the end of March, so oh hey, we got confirmation that it's March. Oh god, I'm so
Wow.
glad that I finally got confirmation in one route what the fucking month is.
End of March and it's that hot? I guess that makes
No.
sense there in the
No,
Southwest.
well, I was about to say, I'm like, in the Midwest, no. Everywhere else, I don't know.
Well, I can tell you, having lived in Texas for a little bit, it's not really that hot in March either. March is still kind of like a wintry month, and it's usually, honestly, like where spring really kicks in is March. So like it's kind of cool and it feels like nice. It's in the 70s typically, at least in northern Texas. This is supposed to be Arizona, which, from my understanding, is always an oven. So
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I have family in Arizona. It becomes, okay, we visit in the winter. That's mainly because, like, when I was a kid, I would have, winter break, but also, so I wasn't annihilated as a child and teenager by the incredible heat.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
you go into the shade and it's now okay because it's not humid, but you step out and you are just annihilated.
Yep.
It is
So
awful.
we've been in New Orleans in the summer, and you dry off in 2 minutes
After stepping out of the pool.
at 11 o'clock at night.
oh wow.
Like literally 2 minutes outside. Well,
yeah,
maybe
maybe
5.
But yeah, but you
5
don't
minutes
need,
outside,
you
you're
don't
like,
even
I'm dry.
You don't even need to get a towel, to be honest.
You're like, it's that hot. No, that was the middle of summer. So I've been there also around Mardi Gras, which is March, and it depends on the day. It can be anywhere from like 45, 50 degrees and kind of chilly, or
Or like in the 70s or 80s even.
I mean, I remember one day it was like 85 and hot. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I think even around here, I came back for spring break, and it's like, I don't know, third week of March, something like that. And there was like one day, I think it was either my freshman or sophomore year of college, and I remember one day was like, oh hey, it's like 80 something degrees and balmy, this is awesome. And then the next day, it snowed.
Yeah, oh, I remember that year.
It's like, March, make up your mind. What do you want to be?
This
Yeah.
side conversation brought to you by heat. Heat, the thing most Midwesterners don't like.
Yeah.
I actually do. I like a certain amount of heat. Not a lot, but a certain amount.
Give me a polar vortex over a hot day any day.
Summer is my least favorite season because of the
Except for the
heat,
one-
just flat out.
Except for the one time all us academics get off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That should
so
show you
that's
that
not
I don't
those
even value the time off. I'm like, no, F the heat.
Fair. That's very fair.
It's the end of March, so it's not nearly as bad as it can be, but being right under the sun like this... We've only been on the trail for about 10 minutes at this point, but I'm already regretting it.
Chase?
TJ, who's about 5 feet ahead of me, turns around. It's at that point that I realize he said something, and I have no idea what it was.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Sorry. What did you say? He looks concerned and walks back towards me.
Remember, if you have a headache, or feel sick to your stomach, or if you start feeling like you're not yourself...
Don't worry, I'm fine. I try to give him a smile to show it's true, but he's already in the process of unscrewing a bottle of water from his backpack. No, wait, you don't have... He dumps half of it over my head, and I hurriedly unshoulder my camera bag. Watch the equipment!
Sorry, Chase, but you're not having a heat stroke on my watch. You know, I've studied otter is it physiology?
Physiology.
Physiology.
Physiognomically.
You know, I've studied otter physiology. You guys don't do well in dry, hot environments.
He's pretty close to me, having to dump the bottle over my head. I keep holding the bag away from my body while I look down at him, water dripping from my whiskers. Otter physiology?
Yeah, it's like your body, its parts, and what they do.
It's a little awkward that TJ knows how my body works for some reason. Huh. So, like, you've studied all our parts? The attempt at humor is weak in the first place, but I realized too late that I'm talking to TJ, and that he probably wouldn't have laughed even if it was funny. He looks a little taken aback.
Oh, well, yeah, we all have different anatomy, so it's important to...
He trails off, and I can tell that he's blushing.
Oh,
He frowns at
TJ.
Are you making fun of me?
What?
Extremely.
No, I was just trying. He turns away suddenly and starts back up the trail.
We should keep going. It's an all-day hike.
I follow him quietly. It's hard to judge the type of expression he just had on his face. It wasn't exactly angry, more flustered. I'm pretty sure it's because he knows I like guys. Even in college, my straight male friends get uncomfortable when I joke about sex, like they think I'm coming on to them. DJ's never told me how he feels about my sexuality. In fact, I know nothing about his sexuality. I think he dated one girl in high school, but that fell apart pretty quick. She had problems fitting in, so he befriended her. Obviously, she took it as him liking her, so she asked him out. TJ, of course, couldn't say no. He's always on a quest to make other people happy. Anyway, he definitely isn't homophobic. He seemed really happy for me when he found out I was going out with Leo, and he seemed really sad when he found out that we broke up. He doesn't exactly follow any particular Christian denomination that I know of. He hasn't even weighed in on the whole Jesus species debate.
Oh,
Yeah?
Jesus was definitely a lion.
I mean, if you've read Chronicles of Narnia, then yes.
Well, I'm just okay. I'm going off of a lot of different media. Let's see. One of them's Black Sad. Ow! Ah! The other ones are evading me. But
So-
Jesus, definitely a lion.
The
Whether or
thing
not
is,
it makes sense.
This one I would actually argue against because there's a lot of lamb iconography related to Christianity and with Jesus himself. So,
That's true.
and it's because he's called the shepherd. So, if anything, he would be either a sheep or some type of shepherding species.
Jesus the German Shepherd.
All right, that's
He's so
that's good.
cute.
That's good logic. However, I'm just going off of what other people have done before. So
No, I understand. Like, this is just me taking things a little too seriously and taking the fun out of the joke.
what species would Jesus be? It's like, well, it's just whatever's in your heart. Well,
Jesus the Lamb.
so it's my species, right? Yeah, exactly. And also, like, my friend whom I made because I'm a lion, definitely, I was hungry.
Ah. But yeah, this is also how I found out that wolves, my favorite animal, are always portrayed in negative light within the Bible. There's not a single nice thing the Bible has to say about wolves.
Well, they are terrifying.
It has a lot more to do with that sheep iconography again, where basically...
Seriously, they got all like animal symbols. All right.
Yes. No, really. Christians in the Bible, or not Christians themselves, but basically anyone that follows Jesus, so they weren't calling themselves Christians at the time, but any follower of Jesus was considered to be a lamb or part of the lost flock that was supposed to be following God and his commandments and his word. And so with all of that together, basically sheeps were representative of them, and anything that could kill them, remove them from the flock, lead them astray, was the devil's work. And so wolves, things that could kill part of the flock, were considered to be of the devil.
Oh, okay.
I can't see.
I'm still amused by the image of Jesus, the German Shepherd. I like it. Although Jesus the Lion is common too, as I said, anyone who's read Chronicles of Narnia. That's probably the most heavy-handed analogy.
Yeah, that's the most big famous Jesus allegory.
But no, I almost like the image of Jesus the German Shepherd far more, to be honest. Because lion is powerful and terrifying, which works.
Yeah, I mean.
But German Shepherds can also be powerful and terrifying, but are mostly just sweet and want to take care of everyone.
Yes.
From what I can gather, TJ just likes the spirituality of the whole thing. Once Leo told me that TJ is the type of Christian that Christians always say they are, but definitely aren't. I have to agree. 2 hours later, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to die. I'm practically stumbling after TJ. The Link's 15 feet ahead of me. He doesn't even notice either, cheerfully marching along up the steep trail and over rocks as if they aren't even there. I'm dying, literally dying. My foot slips and I faceplant. I lay there, waiting for TJ's god to take me.
Jay!
I hear some stumbling, and TJ slides up next to my body, sending a cascade of gravel over my head.
Starting the burial process.
Oh my god, are you okay?
I hear the telltale sound of the unscrewing bottle. I turn my head to the side. No.
Water! Not anymore!
A gush of water hits me right in the face, and I jerk up, sputtering and wiping at my eyes. For the love of God, TJ, stop it!
Let's get you to some shade.
He grabs me around the arms and starts dragging me toward a big boulder. Calm down! I can walk.
Are you sure?
Yes! TJ's looking incredibly worried right now, hovering over me as I make my way to sit against the boulder. Dude, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I don't know how you do it. TJ keeps watching me, and once I sit down, he kneels next to me, then runs his paw through the fur on my forehead, feeling with his paw pads.
You're a little warm. We should rest here a bit.
He takes out another bottle, like he's brought 50 of the damn things.
We should probably get your clothes wet.
I put a paw on his shoulder. TJ, calm down. I'm fine.
You sure? Because...
TJ! He stops babbling and looks me in the eye, the water bottle in one paw, the cap in the other. What's up? He looks at me for a second, then breaks eye contact, slowly screwing the cap back on the bottle.
Sorry, I just want to make sure you're okay. I'm the one that asked you to come.
Relax. I'm just being a little dramatic.
Alright, if you're sure.
I am, but I could use a drink. He hands me the bottle.
Good idea. Have you been making sure to drink a lot? I have plenty.
Yep, my piss is crystal clear. TJ's muscle quirks as I take a long draught of water from the bottle. I cap it and burp. You know what? I think it's because I'm starving. When are we gonna eat?
Not yet. We have to make it to the top first. I have some granola bars, though.
Ew, dude. I'm hungry for real food.
Dude, I love
It is-
granola bars.
It is real food. Anyway, it'll be so much better if we do it at the top. Besides, this is the hardest part, and it's almost over. It's all downhill after this. Literally.
I can tell he's getting anxious to start moving again, so I take one last gulp and get up. I don't get how you're so damn unaffected by the heat.
Oh, I am. I'm just keeping wet.
While he talks, he starts pouring water over his shirt. It sticks slick to his torso, showing off his tight chest and flat stomach, his navel a dark indent through the fabric. Make sure I don't stare too long, not wanting to make him feel awkward again.
Or be smote by TJ's god.
Either way, I can feel squeak squeak, I'm not gonna say that, squeak. Being in the hotel room
Oh,
with two
nice.
other people didn't really exactly give me time to squeak, squeak, squeak.
Because he's an otter, so he's thirsty all the time. Get it?
Oh my
Oh my
lord.
god.
You know, that might be part of the reason why they made him an otter.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe my straight friends did have a reason to be wary. I keep my eyes focused on TJ's. I guess it's how you can keep moving like you do, here in the middle of the desert.
Well, I run a few miles on the track every day at school.
Jesus. Jeez.
Aww.
We start up the trail again, TJ sticking by my side now. I feel bad about holding him back, but at least now it's less likely I'm gonna eat shit again.
We did it!
TJ looks over the view as I stagger up behind him. I'm not as beaten up as I was earlier, but my legs are really starting to kill me. I lean over with my paws on my knees, panting. Swimming is definitely a better way to work out.
100%. Not biased at all. Nope.
You
Not
know,
possible.
IRL swimming is my favorite exercise as
Me
well.
too!
I respect that. I've been getting into biking, but I respect that.
I'd like to have time to exercise again instead of working too much.
I use an elliptical for about an hour a day at this point.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Dang, Alan.
Nice.
There's nowhere
I mean,
nice to bike
I
ride
biked
where I
for
live.
10
It's all lakes and roads and no sidewalks. It sucks.
Yeah.
I'll just have to buy a machine and be sad.
Yeah, no, I literally am using my parents' machine that they've had since I was in elementary school.
The
Oh.
machine.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I've just been basically doing a few exercises in the morning.
When I say I've been biking, let's be clear about this. I bike for all of 10 minutes.
I used to bike. I like when I wasn't working so much, and there was a nice bike path. I go for it's on my old phone. Somewhere between 5 and 10 miles every other day, and it was really nice.
Dang, dude.
Neat.
It was really nice. I got it down to like an hour, so I'd go out, turn around, and come back, and I'd be back in an hour, and I'd have dinner. It was so nice.
Yeah, it is nice. That's what I'm aiming for, is I want to actually bike to work, which is 6 miles away. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
other place that I get in my exercise, which DJ and Hannah, you guys can actually do as well, is I walk around the lake.
oh yeah, that's
Right,
so
I think you
nice.
mentioned that before.
We've done that with our dog. We walk around Campus Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So pleasant.
We also get a little bit of exercise whenever we do disc golf.
Yeah. We become those people.
Could you?
Oh, and it's more. No, it's not even that. It's more like, Alan, you don't care. They're looking at themselves in the mirror, going, "What? When did this happen?" Ah!
Basically. It's a very fun sport though, actually. And way cheaper than regular golf. So
And also, you don't have to deal with the embarrassment of like chasing a tiny white ball around a big lawn.
I mean, you have to deal with the worst embarrassment of chasing a frisbee on a public lawn.
Yeah, but that one involves like running, so it's better.
Little do
There
you
you go.
know, DJ and Hannah, that I can look down at you and judge you as you disc golf from my mother's office.
Oh, nice.
Lols.
You probably have seen us suck once or twice then.
I judge all disc golfers and find them
That's fair.
Is the guy who has like the big cart that's just it has like several stacks attached? Does he still like just walk around? Is he a student? Is that passed from student to student, or is it just one guy, or is it
Oh gosh.
or
I've
those
never
like
seen
racks
that.
just like exist as
I
a
have
thing
no
you can?
idea.
I mean, they wouldn't be hard
Yeah,
to
you
make.
can buy,
so
you can buy, they call them golf carts. You can buy, like, you can buy a rack that you like roll your discs around in.
yeah. I mean, I think it would be more satisfying to make it than just to buy one, but whatever.
DJ turns on me abruptly, and I straighten up, smiling. He holds up both his paws, grinning.
5!
I hear him just say 5, and I wonder, did he mean high five?
I did! But it didn't come through. Yeah.
I slap him with gusto, and DJ laughs, pulling off his backpack and sitting down on a rocky bench. I look at it, a little confused. What's this?
Park bench. It's always been here. I think some seniors from the old school made it. See?
He scoots over, pointing at the back, and I look closer.
Also, TJ, you might want to get a little closer to your mic, because I just realized you're a little soft.
Oh no!
Either that or I need to, like, up your volume. I might have had you lowered by accident at one point.
Oh man,
Can you try
should
talking
give
more
Sam-
now, TJ?
Hello, TJ talking.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to raise your volume.
Because I'm like right near it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hear
yeah,
that.
I did have your volume down a little.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, she sounds like pretty good for Marvin.
Alright.
oh man.
Alright,
You
can
should
talk
give
now?
TJ like the
Hello, TJ talking.
Alright,
you should
that's
give
good.
TJ a really deep, sexy voice like, oh yeah, body
I
massage.
I can't go that. I can't go that deep,
Body
Andrew. I
massage
can't.
machine. Well, you can in post. You
Here,
can in
here.
post.
No,
You
no,
can dream.
Andrew, you
Yeah?
wanna do TJ for this like one line? Allow them to see what could have been.
I have to stop smiling first. I think some seniors from the old school made it. See.
Ah! I didn't like it.
TJ.
Body massage. Body massage machine.
It makes me uncomfortable. He scoots
It does.
over and pointing at the back. I look closer.
Etched out in large letters and numbers, it says, Echo High, Class of 59.
They used to paint the year on the canyon too. You can still see some of them.
Sure enough, I can see some white lines on the canyon wall. A 52 here, a 72 there. School closed after 1980, so I assume there's nothing after that. I sit next to him and lean my head back, closing my eyes. While the hike had been a massive bitch, I still don't regret coming. Not just for TJ's sake, but also because there's something nice about being isolated like this, like we're the only people on Earth. I feel a weight fall on my lap and look down, expecting to see a tasty sandwich. Instead, I find a big, fat, hairy tarantula. I freeze as my brain processes what's going on. Then I scream and take a swipe at it, at the same time doing sort of a spastic dance to the right. I slide off the bench and onto the ground where I roll several times to get away. Holy fucking shit, son of a bitch! I roll to my feet and stumble back further away from the bench, I scanning the ground for the giant-ass spider that is sure to be after me. That's when I realize TJ's laughing.
Oh no! It's not fake, is it?
Calm down. It's.
He holds up the giant spider, its frozen rigidness telling me what he couldn't finish. TJ's still laughing, but I'm still hugging myself, shivering and flinching every time I see something friendly.
Oh, that is so not cool.
And no, Chase actually has flat out phobia of.
Yeah, I know. That's so not cool.
I know, doesn't Jenna do the same thing to him on her route?
Yep.
I'm shocked, but not because of what just happened, but because TJ did it to me. Fucking TJ!
Go, TJ, go!
We decided you needed a spider intervention. You need to get over this fear. It's irrational.
Come on.
Feeling betrayed, I glare at him as he beckons me with a paw, wiping his eyes with the other.
I'm. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But Jenna made me promise her that I'd do it.
That figures.
She's
Jenna
a
is the
temptress.
type- Oh, what was that?
She's a temptress.
Yep.
Jenna's the type to always pick pranks, and yeah, I hate to say it, but it's because she's a fox.
And I'm a speciest.
I rub my arms up and down my paws, shivering again. I can't believe you! You know how much I hate spiders! One of my worst fears had always been that of a tarantula getting into my room. I used to regularly shake out the bed sheets when I found out they lived around Echo.
I'm sorry. I thought you might not even fall for it. You know the ones around here are blonde, right?
Yeah, TJ, That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I find a fucking spider on my lap. His ears do lower at that point, and he stops laughing, though I can tell he's trying not to smile.
Listen, Chase, I'm sorry. Let's eat. I know you're hungry.
Aw.
My stomach is painfully hollow right now, so I slowly walk back to the bench. I try hard not to be such a spoilsport as I reach out to take my plastic-wrapped sandwich from TJ. He squirts some hand sanitizer from a little bottle in my paws first before he lets me. We share a bag of chips, and eat quietly for a few minutes, just taking in the nature. Still, even out here, I'm able to hear the train horns. I feel bad about the silence, though, since I'm worried TJ will think that I'm mad at him. I mean, I'm annoyed, but he's just too damn innocent to actually be angry with.
Yeah.
The sun's beating straight down on us at this point, and it's uncomfortable feeling my semi-damp shirt rubbing against my fur. Setting aside my food for a moment, I strip off my shirt, the wetness giving me a bit of trouble.
Oh no, I got cats surrounding me.
As I do this, TJ stiffens up next to me.
Due to all the cats that are around him now.
I look over at him, and right away it's pretty clear he's trying not to look at me. I wonder if TJ is just one of those guys that's embarrassed to show any kind of fur. He's only ever took off his shirt to swim, and even then, he always seemed embarrassed about it. At that moment, both our paws slide into the chip bag at the same time, and TJ jumps.
Oh no! They're making physical contact!
It's not safe for TJ.
Hands, touching hands, reaching out.
At that
Yep.
moment, both our paws slide into the chip bag
Oh,
at the same
no.
time, and TJ jumps, pulling his paw away.
Yeah.
I look over at him, quirking an eyebrow.
Sorry.
For what?
Never mind.
I watch him take out his phone and look over his messages. When he turns the screen off, he pauses. I realize he's looking at his reflection, adjusting the fur on his face, pawing at both sides until he seems satisfied. Again, this is something he did when he was much younger, back when he was obsessed with his cheek ruffs being perfectly even.
Oh.
I don't say anything though, and just keep eating, bouncing one of my knees up and down.
Which is a nervous habit that I have in real life.
Me too.
I don't do it when I'm nervous.
I do it all the time, actually.
Yeah, it's just kind of whenever.
Okay, I thought I heard Matt in the call for a second.
Nope.
It's damn awkward, and I can't figure out why. Usually it's really easy to talk to TJ, mostly because he had a lot of things to talk about. I try to think of something to say. Remember when I made fun of you for the way you used to say sorry? TJ gives a bright, high-pitched laugh, and that makes me relax, feeling like I just broke the ice on a first date.
Yeah, it's one of the first things you said to me. I was trying so hard to fit in, and you just put me on the spot in front of everyone.
The scene plays out in my mind as TJ talks, the image of a 7-year-old lynx looking way too small for his puffy winter fur. He just backed into me while trying to catch a ball thrown by Leo and had turned around, full of smiles. Sorry. I pointed and laughed. Don't you mean sorry?
Actually, should I do this in the children voices?
I mean,
Yeah, I think
they're...
so.
Is this a memory, or are they like,
Kind
okay,
of.
yeah.
It's a memory.
Alright, so then yeah, here.
Sorry.
I pointed and laughed. Don't you mean sorry? That mortified look followed by what would become TJ's trademark run back home crying.
Oh no.
And he's gone!
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
not at his end.
Yeah,
Now he gets to edit this outburst.
Yeah, I get to edit all of you guys. Cool.
Hey, he can use...
Alright, we're back.
Hello
Yay.
again. Waiting on Alan. The
Ah.
poems we said. The time we waited is now dead.
He's been in a bard mood, people.
It's a good thing. He's using the various muscles in his brain.
Not that often. Don't get too excited.
The boing
Okay.
is indeed an important muscle.
Wing. Okay.
Correct.
I must have practiced that word 100 times when I got back home.
There's a little pain in my heart at the image of Kid TJ saying sorry over and over again, trying to get it right.
Oh, he has a speech impediment. I had a hard time with the R sound apparently when I was young.
The speech impediment they had was being
Yo,
Canadian.
Chase was a piece
Yeah.
of shit as a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it sounded more like it was, like, just a Canadian accent.
That's exactly it. He just said he was Canadian.
Oh, I didn't.
That's all TJ was. He was just Canadian.
Oh,
I don't know if you're joking or not.
Just say sorry.
Like,
Also, Chase, the more we learn about him, the more like, wow, this guy was a dick when he was 10. He
I mean,
did.
yeah.
No.
I was
Please.
also a dick when I was at least when I was a teenager. I don't know about when I was a kid, but teenager.
I don't know, 10-year-old me just thought I was better than everyone, that's all.
That's because you
I
were.
I can believe that.
I mean, literally 10-year-old me was like, why are you listening to rap? I listen to classical and jazz music only.
Oh my god, you were
would've
one of
understood I
them.
hated you in school.
That's a real thing I said when I was 10.
Lord, the day you have children, you and Anna have children, it's going to be hilarious when they grow up.
They're gonna be awful. I feel so bad for them. I feel so bad for them. I feel bad for their teachers. I feel bad for their peers, and I'm gonna love the ride the whole way. Because I am a teacher, so every time I get an email from a teacher, I'm going to chuckle to myself about the day my kid gave their teacher.
How many of your kids do you think are going to super glue nuns to chairs?
Lord, hopefully none of them.
Yeah.
That's too much. I just want them to say stupid shit in the middle of class.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
like-
Teach them to ask really hard questions, and then the teachers will hate them forever because they're gonna like break them from the
I
curriculum.
love the kids that do that. The more challenging the question a kid asks me, I actually wrote a letter home to a parent today that was like, hey, your kid asked me a challenging question and I'm really proud of him.
Aw.
Oh shoot, I was going
I'm
to
just-
say-
For kids.
DJ,
No,
you make the insides of me melt, and I'm just kind of angry at some of my teachers of like, they got so fucking mad at me when I asked questions because the curriculum, they have a timetable to maintain, and if they spend time answering other shit and explaining why we do things, then they can't stick to it. At least that's what I assume.
I mean, hopefully that's nice of you. Some of them it's just because they want. There are teachers that love what they do and teachers that want to always be right. And I find the teachers that love what they do, yes, they're married to the curriculum, but they totally would answer your question during like recess or whatever, right? Or say, hey, I don't actually have an answer to that question, but could you look it up for me?
That happened. That happened a few times.
Yeah.
Once in third grade, what's his face was like, we're gonna learn about the 3 states of matter. There's 4. What? Because she'd never
Miasma.
Yeah,
heard about
plasma.
plasma.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're wrong. Then the next day, you were right. I went to the
Yep.
library and opened, and I don't know how she did research. Possibly she used the internet and cheated, but the internet was kind of new back then, so all
Yep.
those like 20 years ago.
That's what a good teacher does. They admit when they're wrong. So that's my quick pedagogy with DJ.
Yay.
All right. Let's get back to the game. I'm so sorry for this random
No,
side.
it's excellent. Don't be ashamed.
I'm proud then of our random side quest.
Yes.
To continue on with the random side quest, I want to bring up that the reason why I brought up the gluing a nun to a chair is because that's something my mom did when she was in private school.
Oh my god.
I knew about that, so I didn't say anything.
Your brother.
Winning!
What?
I'm just both shocked, appalled, and a little bit proud.
So, the thing is, I will say this, my mom has a very interesting background where basically, if you looked at her, she's basically a player character from an RPG game, essentially. somebody like gave her like all like the different things, like, oh, I could give her this thing in her backstory so that way she can get extra points for later on. And yeah, she has a very interesting backstory. Same thing with my stepdad. But either way, she did indeed glue a nun to a chair and then jumped out the window to run away from school.
Oh my gosh!
Your mom.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh!
There's a reason why, like, my mom kind of throughout like my elementary through high school years would always like look at me and go, "How?
How did I create this?
How did I
How
get
are
the
you-
non-Hellraiser as a child?" Oh, if I end up with little Hellraisers like her, then I'm gonna be fucked.
Yeah, no, Yeah, I think both, and for me and my brother, we've both given our parents hell, but in different ways. And so I'm just waiting for the day that, like, one of my children is going to be just giving straight up hell, like, because apparently I just never wanted to sleep. And so that was how I gave my parents hell. And then my brother, he just decided one day, I'm just gonna start running. Like, he never really got to like the full crawl stage. He just decided, all right, I'm just gonna start running.
Oh my god.
And he would climb all sorts of shit. So there was even one point where he actually scaled the side of the house. And the reason why Mom knows he did this was because we had like an outdoor like deck area, and the inside of the door was locked. And so yeah, so fun things to look forward to, DJ.
Yay! I'm scared of our kids.
No, your kids aren't going to be anything like you. They're going to be differently, just horrifying, and you won't
Uh-huh.
understand it.
Soul is a good movie for this reason.
I just want to share the worst thing that I theoretically did as a small child, according to my mother.
Oh no.
When I was like 3, I went into basically I had access to like the fridge and everything, and my mom just heard me say, "I'm gonna go ahead and have some butter now," and she just walked in and saw me literally eating a stick of butter. That's it.
Hey, it's dense in calories. It's the calorie dense food.
I'm
We
gonna
all wanted to do it.
I did it at 3.
Good for you, Alan.
If you're going mountain climbing, butter's the best. Butter is your friend.
So TJ.
Yeah,
Eat butter.
I was about to say we should probably get back to the actual plot now.
Nah.
Well, so little handy facts. You see, we just learned that if you're going mountain climbing, butter is your friend. So
I mean, that's more like Mount Everest climbing. Also, the butter keeps in the cold, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm sorry for making fun of you for it.
Why? It was so long ago. Besides, you were just assimilating me into the culture. Sort of.
If it makes you feel better, Leo did get mad at me after you ran away. DJ's having trouble keeping his lettuce-wrapped turkey together.
So, are you him, doing alright?
I think so. We had a good talk a few days ago.
That's good.
Yeah, it went really good, especially since I didn't talk to him at the lake and he immediately refuted that thing.
He gives up on holding the wrap together and instead just starts picking up the remnants from the plastic.
Were you lonely after you left?
I try not to act surprised that TJ's asking me these questions. Yeah, really lonely. Had a terrible first semester.
What about now?
Kind of. I guess I just haven't been able to find someone I connect with like I did Leo.
Hmm.
Then again, the GSA at the university is practically dead, so who knows? Maybe after I graduate. We eat in silence for a while longer, and though it's less awkward, I'm still trying to figure out what brought TJ to ask me those questions.
Wait, okay, what brought TJ to ask those questions?
Yeah, I thought that was
Ask me those
weird.
questions. Well, I cannot read. I said I was illiterate, and I meant it.
I mean, all grad students are.
You stay up too late, your eyes can't focus on anything anymore. It happens.
Now I kind of want to do that to like my students. I'm just gonna like write on their paper like, you just get this grade because I'm illiterate.
They'll love it.
Hey, it looks like you wrote a lot. Kid writes apple, 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 apple.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. The TA or Alan, what is your? Are you a TA? I don't know.
Yeah, I am a TA now.
Okay, so listen. The TA is working on his thesis. He stays up to 5 a.m. every single morning. Dude, he can't even read our papers. His eyes won't focus. He just gives us grades. Write a lot. It doesn't matter what.
Unfortunately, in reality, I actually do thoroughly read through each of my students' papers, which is part of the reason why it
Psychopath.
takes me so long.
Uh-huh.
Because like the thing is, my thought process is, if I was the student, I would want the teacher to actually read what I wrote. So
I was, you know what? We should stay on track. I won't
Yeah,
distract
yeah.
us too much more.
sorry, I was willing to go off track. That was my bad.
I crumple up the plastic and toss it in my backpack before getting up. Alright, now I gotta find a good view to get my shots. Shouldn't take too long.
Oh, there's a great view of the canyon just up the trail there.
He gestures in that direction with a half-eaten wrap.
This way. This way.
I wave to let him know I heard and make my way up the trail.
This way.
The town's namesake isn't much of a canyon. You probably wouldn't even realize it is one without being told. I settle up as close to the edge as I'm willing, taking a look over the side. Feet press pebbles over the side. They clatter down the edge of the cliff. It's dizzying, and I dig my toes into the rocks, feeling as if I'm going to trip over. Tears and rain mingle, finally letting go, going limp, wind giving the final push.
I heard, like, barely any of that. You were so quiet and you only got
Yeah.
parts of it. Yeah.
Impact instead of release. Pain. I feel the buzzing starting up in my head again, and I sigh as I bend over and reach into my camera bag. I almost wish I could stay here until sunset, since the canyon would be a great backdrop for it, but I definitely don't want to hike back in the middle of the night. It doesn't take long. About 5 minutes later, I've got all the footage I need. Hiking all this way definitely isn't worth it, but of course, that's not the reason why I did it.
You finished?
DJ walks up behind me as I'm bending over to put my camera away. Yep. He hands me a water bottle, and I take it from him gratefully, pouring over my head and chest, the fur flattering down over my body. DJ looks at my torso, his muzzle quirking at the corner a bit.
You know, you kind of look like Jared Grease.
Yeah, I think that's the name.
Mm.
I raise an eyebrow at him. The survivalist from the Wilderness Channel? What, just because I'm out in the wilderness and shirtless?
Well,
You saying all otters look the same?
no, I mean, not just because you're an otter. I mean, your bodies are.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're 90%
Ooh.
torso.
Again, TJ's got me questioning certain things about him. TJ, I'm kidding.
yeah, right, of course.
I just liked you because you were shirtless, he says.
He rubs his shoulder sheepishly as he slowly walks up to the edge next to me.
Wow.
He gets closer to the cliff, though he does it in a manner in which he spread out his legs and arms, bracing himself against the ground. He peers over the side, looking absolutely ridiculous.
We're so high up.
I smirk, sneaking up behind him.
God, my first
Shove him?
was
Why the
shove.
fuck would you do that?
I saw the middle option, like shove it.
Okay, well, you guys keep saying shove him.
No!
Grab him. Oh, okay, too late.
Oh shit.
Alan, no!
White bone pokes through skin. Maggots feeding off the living. What?
Grab him.
Grab him.
We
I
just
know.
shoved him emotionally.
Oh dear.
Breathe.
Sure?
I grin, then suddenly slap both my paws on his shoulders.
Ah!
He fluffs out to twice his size almost instantly and flails around like a cartoon. Though I'm sure to keep my grip firmly on his shoulders, one of his windmilling paws catches me in the stomach. My laughing is cut off in a grunt, and I quickly pull him back before he can accidentally launch himself off the cliff. Jesus, TJ, calm down! His waving paws finally latch onto my fur, and before I know it, he's got his arms wrapped around my body. I stumble back, clinging to him as well. We stand like that for a few seconds, and I can't help but squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeaky.
Took me a little bit of a moment to realize what I was about to lean into.
I mean, I don't know what I mean.
It doesn't last long, though, and soon TJ lets go, and swats me in the chest with the back of his paw.
Are you kidding me, Chase? How could you?
I'd respond, but I'm busy trying to stop laughing.
Spider.
TJ wipes his paws against his pants.
You got all your sweat on me.
Hey, you didn't think I'd get you back after that tarantula prank.
It wasn't real. I could have died.
Calm down, you're safe now. I put a paw around his shoulders and pull him in close. He tenses up, but does relax every few seconds.
You're all wet and sweaty.
You'll air dry. We stand there for a while, not really ready to head back yet. That's when TJ lets out a sudden loud yell that almost makes me jump out of my fur.
Yeah!
I put both paws over my ears. TJ, what the frick? He frowns.
Where's the echo?
Huh?
It's called Echo Canyon. Isn't it supposed to echo?
Oh. Hey! I yell too, TJ lowering his ears a bit as we wait for the response.
Then a sales blimp descends like, "Hi, we're from Silicon Valley. We installed echo dampeners in your canyon. You're welcome."
And for the low price of $12.99 per month, you too can get these echo dampeners removed from your canyon.
or you could just sell us all your information.
Oh my god.
And the blimp just flies away.
Yup.
And then TJ's ears perk up.
Yeah.
His ears perk.
I think I heard it.
Maybe we're just in the wrong area.
But we're like right in front of it.
TJ leans forward, as if that will help, and cups his paws around his muzzle before yelling as loud as he can.
Yeah! I can't.
You don't have to.
This time, I do hear a return. It's muffled, scratchy, ugly. But it's an echo, alright. TJ makes a face.
That sounded kinda creepy.
Well, what'd you expect? Everything's crappy here. Including echoes. Blah! Again, we're answered with a raspy, ugly response. My voice twisted and distorted.
Seems a bit silly to name the entire town after that.
I think it fits. I grunt as I sit down, spreading out my legs with a sigh. TJ does the same, except with his legs crossed.
You really hate this place, don't you?
He looks sideways at me. You don't?
Of course not. All of my best friends are from here. I mean, some of it's bad, but why let the bad taint the good?
I make a non-committal grunting sound.
I wish we all could have come up here.
He really does look disappointed, and I feel bad about that. What, I'm not good enough? TJ giggles.
Am glad you came. It means a lot. It would have been pretty lonely otherwise.
I look over at him, and he's looking me right in the eye. His powder blue gaze is really pretty with the sunlight hitting it like that. He's smiling, and I smile back. Suddenly his phone buzzes. He breaks eye contact to adjust his sitting position so he can get it out of his pocket.
Probably Jenna checking in on.
I turn to look back at him when he goes quiet. He's furrowing his brow at the phone, as if trying to figure out what it says. Everything alright? Slowly, his face relaxes, but now his expression is dull, his eyes glazed over. TJ? I start to lean sideways to get a look at what the message might be, but TJ quickly shoves it back into his pocket.
Nothing, just a long message from my mom.
I can tell right away he's lying, which is fucking crazy, because I don't think TJ's ever lied to me, at least not so easily. Is it bad?
No, just something about when I came home for the summer.
Oh, okay. It's weird because I know he's lying, and he probably knows I know he's lying. But still, here we are, playing along.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm lying that he's lying, and if he knows that I'm lying that he's lying or not.
What?
He stares quietly at the canyon for a few seconds, then stands up, brushing himself off.
Alright, let's go.
The cheerfulness in his voice is forced. It just sounds like he's about to cry.
Like I said, it's all downhill from here, literally.
He turns around quickly and starts back down the trail, wiping his face. I hang back, wanting to give him time to get over whatever it is that's bothering him. I wonder if it's something to do with family, like a grandparent passing away or something.
Did his excommunication papers not go through?
No, he's not gonna get excommunicated.
Lap.
I feel too intrusive asking about it now, so I decide to put it off until tomorrow.
Because why do today what you can do tomorrow?
Yep.
The hike back is, like TJ said, literally downhill, so it's way easier than coming up. TJ's still a little overbearing, making sure I have water and dumping a few unsolicited bottles over my head.
Even then,
He brought a 24-pack with him.
no, yeah, he brought like 50-something bottles in that bag.
It literally says that, yeah.
Even then, he's still acting a bit detached. I try to stay upbeat though,
That's okay.
and since TJ's never been one to sulk for long, I get him warmed back up pretty quick. By the time we get back to the car, he's in a talkative mood again.
Got cute.
Yeah, I hear you keep talking to your cats that you stuffed in that backpack, TJ.
They're comfort animals.
They are my comfort, and yes, exactly. I need them.
So
No, there's a help me! God, I can't breathe! I'm in a pretzel!
they're not actual pet cats. They're just other cat people that TJ's
Yup.
got locked away in there.
Yup. That's his, why he wanted his excommunication papers to go through really badly.
So I'm thinking we get Jenna and go to the diner for dinner. Sound good?
Sure, I'll text her.
I reach out to turn on the radio, then I remember where we are. So, now that we got hiking out of the way, what are we gonna do for the rest of the trip? We've got like 3 days left. DJ rests his elbow against the door, tugging at the fur on his chin.
Well, there are more trails than just that one. We could hike those too.
I cringe inwardly at the thought of more hiking, but I don't say anything, and I'm pretty sure TJ knows I'm not into it.
He's
Like-
gonna be me. You're gonna be a lean, mean otter hiking machine.
But you
TJ's
don't-
gonna make an otter out of you.
TJ just wants to see you shirtless and hot again.
He just wants to be able to help you. Oh, that's dark.
But you still need to do stuff for your project too, right? I could help you with any research you might need to do.
Maybe. It's pretty boring stuff.
Well, the work, yeah, but hanging out together will make it fun.
Sam, you're a little muffled on my end for some
Yep.
reason.
What the fuck?
Is one of your cats in front of the mic?
No!
Yes.
TJ, you don't swear. Are you okay?
I'm not in my TJ voice!
Yeah, I mean, we're so far out of this, I'm not even in the Chase voice anymore.
Well, the work, yeah, but hanging out together would make it fun.
Okay, that worked better.
I grin in his eagerness. Well, alright. But I warn you, it's a pain in the ass. I mean butt. TJ smirks at me.
Chase, you don't have to try so hard. Anyway, I just want to help.
Turns out Jenna just walked from the motel to the diner, not really wanting to wait for us. Me and TJ step inside, greeted by the smell of what you'd expect in any diner. Burgers and fries. I'm flooded with old memories. It's a place that I'd gone to eat every weekend for over 10 years of my life. I smile, despite myself. Well, I complained a lot about Echo, and this place held incredibly happy memories, most of which involved my 5 friends. We see Jenna right away as she steps out from a booth next to the door.
Hey, boys.
Hey,
Sup? We make our way over to the booth. TJ's sitting on the opposite bench while Jenna steps back to let me pass and sit next to her. She wrinkles her nose as I do.
Ooh. Maybe you should have showered before you got here.
Thanks, Jenna. TJ probably smells too.
Nah. He smells fine.
Of course he does.
thanks, Jenna. And don't blame Chase. Otters are, naturally husky.
Actually, no, this is something I learned about the species. That is actually a real thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like, how dare you talk about my species like you're one of me? Ugh. And I was just like, would you look? I know you're like anatomy major or something, but you're just being like too obnoxious by knowing all the things about us without even being one of us.
Mhm.
I decide not to say anything, and instead pull out a menu from the metal holder and flip through it. The table is greasy, so I try not to lean on anything on it.
So, did you guys have fun?
Yeah, made it all the way to the top. We did it faster than I thought we would, actually.
Did you know...
Kiss?
Yeah, he really freaked out.
From the kiss?
Yes.
I knew it. Did you film it?
You see that fucking face Jenna's got?
Yeah.
She's so rude.
No.
What? That's the reason you pull pranks. Why didn't you film it?
I forgot.
I glare at the menu. Shouldn't let her corrupt you so easily, TJ. I try to think of some sane metaphor that I can use, but that's when the giant plastic spider lands with a smack on the top of the menu I'm looking at. Ah! I can't help myself and shove the menu and spider away from myself to fall over onto TJ's bench. I look up and Jenna's filming me with her phone, grinning. Stop it!
Whoa.
I half-heartedly grab at the phone, but Jenna easily pulls it away.
Who wants to be Janice?
Is that... Yeah, that's
this is
usually
Janice.
Hannah, but...
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I've done Janice in the past.
Do you want to keep doing Janice?
you just need a different voice
sure.
than Jenna.
Oh my word. Is that Chase?
I look up to see the middle-aged coyote making her way from the back kitchen and around the counter.
Hi, Janice.
And Jenna. And Tobias too.
I smile politely, only now realizing how loud our bantering must be in the small diner.
Now what in the world are y'all doing back here? I thought we wouldn't see you again after your graduation.
I've known Janice as long as I can remember. Her having always worked in this diner. In fact, she started here when she was about our age. Just like most of the town, though, once you're comfortable, you don't move much.
Chase is filming the town for a school project. We decided to make a little reunion out of it. Well, isn't that nice? I'll bet Leo's mighty happy. He's been talking non-stop about you three since y'all left. Yeah, he pretty much organized the whole thing.
Janice suddenly makes a face.
Phoo-wee! It's ripe over here.
Hannah, I don't like that all of your characters are saying that I smell.
That's so rude, Hannah.
My face burns, and I sit harder on my tail, staring at the menu.
You know, I think Duke sat here. Forgot to spray the scent neutralizer. You know how weasels are.
I feel Jenna stiffen up next to me, but thank God she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, anyway, how have you been, Janice?
Janice leans her hip against TJ's bench, clasping her paws and leaning an elbow on the back of it.
Oh, can't complain. You haven't missed anything, trust me. Actually, I've been meaning to do a little spring cleaning. Not looking forward to it. My back doesn't bend like it always did.
All the small town, small talk niceties and speciesism is starting to make me zone out when suddenly TJ pipes up.
What?
I heard Will.
Will help.
There we go.
No! Oh.
Janice beams.
Well, you know I could never ask that of you, especially while you're on vacation.
TJ chuckles.
Actually, me and Chase were talking about how we had nothing to do. I think it's a bad idea.
I can see from Jenna's tight smile that she's feeling exactly the way I am. TJ and his goddamn need to be a good Samaritan.
Oh, Tobias, you're an incredibly young man. You know what? You know that?
Just wanted to be of help, ma'am. When can we come over?
Oh, I don't know. How does sometime tomorrow evening sound when it's nice and cool?
Sure.
Well, thanks again. Toby, you're really one of a kind.
TJ beams up at her, then at me, then frowns as he sees the look on my face.
Now, what can I get for you?
Get me out of that job.
After Janice takes our orders, she bustles off back to the back, leaving me and Jenna to glare at TJ. TJ, at first, pretends he doesn't notice and starts to adjust the salt and pepper shakers, trying to place them evenly between the menu holder.
That was nice seeing her again.
We don't say anything. Finally, the tension becomes too much and he gives up on the salt and pepper shakers to look up at us.
What?
You know exactly what. We didn't come here to clean up Echo's mess. Speaking of which...
Jenna reaches past me to grab a towelette and starts wiping our table, wrinkling her snout.
Yeah, it seems
Disgusting.
There's no harm in helping someone. Chase, you told me you didn't know what else we could do.
TJ starts to doodle on a napkin with one of the coloring pencils from the pack they leave on the table.
Oh, it's one of those places.
Honestly, Tej, I'd rather hike another trail.
Please don't. I'm marinating in your otter musk right now.
God damn it!
Chase!
Glaring, I nudge Jenna aside off the bench so I can get out. When she does, I stomp my way over to the single restroom. I sigh as I let the heavy door ease shut behind me, pressing on the push-button style lock. The quiet coolness is a welcome relief, even if it is a restroom. I put my palms to my eyes and rub them in circular motions, trying to ease the headache that has been building up since the afternoon. I stand in front of the sink and run my paws under the faucet for a while before bringing some water up to my face. It feels good, but the headache continues to pound, In fact, it feels like it's getting worse. I squint at the mirror, the light suddenly becoming too bright for my eyes. Is this a migraine? I've never had one before. Have I? I continue staring at my face, feeling the pressure build. Pretty soon, there's a strange sound in my ears, like a tuning orchestra, and I feel my heart rate pick up. What the hell? Is this a stroke? Am I having a stroke? At that moment, looking at myself in the mirror, my eyes just drop, then move in toward the center of my face. At the same time, the sides of my muzzle curve up, unbelievably high, giving me a ghastly smile, one that goes up and up past the top of my head. Fleetingly, I remember playing with my laptop's camera once, putting on some effects so that my face would distort in ridiculous ways. It looks almost exactly like that. Then the earth gives way, falls out from under me, and my paws slap the sink as I hold onto it to stop from falling sideways into the wall. The fuck? My voice squeaks as I try to find my footing.
I still hear TJ talking to his cats from here.
I shut my eyes to stop myself from throwing up, and slowly, the roaring dies down, and I feel myself regain my balance.
Got cat hair.
I crack my eyes open, and I see my face is back to normal. The light at a tolerable level again. I open my eyes the rest of the way, and stare at myself, my reflection staring back wide-eyed. I'm breathing hard, my chest heaving, pupils dilated. Looking down my knuckles, I see the skin is white through the fur. I slowly let go of the sink and look at my shaking paws. What the hell? My muzzle is dry, and I swallow a few times. I take a drink, but I don't trust the dirty faucet. After a few moments, I'm able to calm down, realizing I'm probably not dying. In fact, my head feels pretty clear at the moment. I'm pretty sure it was a migraine. Migraines can do that to people, right? I draw in a shaky breath again before grabbing a few paper towels from the dispenser. I run them lightly under the water, adding a few pumps of foaming soap as well. Mom has migraines all the time. I'll call her about it tomorrow.
Oh, it's begun? Oh no, this isn't good. It's too soon.
What is this a sign of, Mother?
Oh, you'll find out in time. I'm sorry.
But that's
I can't.
Mom.
I wish I could tell you, but I can't. They'll know.
Who will know, Mother?
She starts mumbling like her mouth has been zipped shut. She just can't speak anymore.
Able to
Able to keep my paws steady now.
I
I
run
run
the
the soaked up towel under my arms a few
times.
times.
After a quick look to make sure the door is locked, I undo my belt and push down my pants and boxers to around my
thighs.
If I really want to take care of the musk smell,
I'm gonna have to
I'm
go
going to
down,
go down
under.
under.
That's someone's fetish.
Hey, someone
Hey!
just joined in time.
You're in time for someone's fetish. Wait, what? Hooray!
Hooray!
Sorry,
Finish!
Hooray!
Wait, what?
I run a few more paper towels under the faucet and soap dispenser. Just as I'm sliding the towel against my tail base, I hear a knock and the lever-style handle rattle. I jump and look back, not really worried since I know it's locked. Because this place is a fucking piece of shit, I'm just in time to see the button lock pop out. The handle swings down and the door opens enough for a lynx's head to poke through. There I am, pants down, a paper towel under my tail, looking like I'm wiping my ass while I move my Christian best friend. I think we stay like that for at least 10 seconds before TJ blinks first.
Oh my god, sorry!
He squeaks it out so fast I can barely hear it before he yanks his head out and the door closes with a snap. Fucking fuck!
Ow!
I snarl between my teeth as I scrub myself, then throw away the towel. I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's like the entire universe is conspiring against me right now. I sigh and wash my hands, realizing that the longer I delay going out there, the stupider I'm gonna look. When I come back out, I see TJ stand up immediately, eyes straight ahead as we walk past each other before he heads into the bathroom. Jenna stands up to let me back into the booth.
Everything all right?
Yup. As we sit back down, Jenna sips from her glass of water, then starts sucking on an ice cube.
So, I know TJ had fun, but did you?
I drum my fingers on the table, still feeling a bit numb from embarrassment. Yeah, it was fine. About as miserable as I thought it would be, so no surprises.
Honestly, I actually kind of wish I'd gone with you two.
Well, if it was your route, you would have.
Oh yeah?
Then I remembered that AC is a thing, so I didn't feel that way anymore.
I'm with Jenna.
At least you're built for that kind of weather.
True. I mean, doesn't mean I have to like it.
Go, Jenna, go.
So what'd you do? Sit around all day?
It's so
Nice.
glorious.
I studied for a while, and then Flynn and Leo came by, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wanted to have lunch with us. Leo was pretty disappointed when he found out you weren't there. They brought a bunch of presents for Carl, and had me choose which one I wanted to give him.
I need to interrupt. I'm just imagining Jenna reclining on the bed in a draw me like your French ladies pose, but it's just she's basking in the glorious air conditioning.
Condition you like your French hair.
Perrier, French air.
I like the idea that Jenna's just sitting there with like a glass of Perrier and she's just like sitting back with the AC blasting on
Oh, it's...
She hears the knock on the door and she goes, "Go away, peasant. I don't have time for you tonight, Leo."
I mean, she basically does that in Leo's route.
How thoughtful. Jenna shrugs.
Anyway, Flynn was pretty quiet.
Flynn's a dick.
She doesn't say anything more, so I press her. Oh?
Yeah, just kind of subdued. I guess he might be feeling sorry. I don't know.
Well, here's hoping he comes around.
Anyway, they're planning a surprise birthday party for Carl.
Isn't that enough for a few weeks?
Yeah, but we want to have it while we're all here.
Jenna drags a drop of condensation around the outside of her glass for a moment.
Just between you and me, and don't tell TJ this because I told him I wouldn't tell you, but he said he was really glad to have you along. He says you're what he misses most about this town.
Really? That kind of surprises me. We're really good friends, but to say I was what he missed most? I look outside. Again, the sky's painted red, orange, and what almost looks like purple.
He drew this so I could see what happened when he pranked you, to make up for not recording it.
I look back down at the table as Jenna slides over the napkin TJ had been doodling on. A stick figure with a thick tail, I assume me, is lying on the ground, his mouth bigger than his face as he screams. Next to him is a giant spider. Standing over them both is a stick figure with big tufted ears, I assume TJ, with its stick arms put up over its face, clearly feeling guilty. Cute.
Isn't it though?
Despite my sarcasm, I really do think it's cute. Especially the TJ figure.
Shit.
What?
Forgot my purse.
She stands up.
I'll be right back.
Huh? Why? I'll pay for you.
Don't worry about it. The motel's like 5 minutes away.
You can pay me back. But she's already out the door.
Wow.
I sigh, watching her make her way down the road through the window.
Goodbye, Jenna.
That's when TJ slides back onto his bench. I quickly look down, feeling my cheeks burn all over again.
Sorry about that. Just wanted to wash up too.
I don't know why,
You
considering
just quickly
TJ...
jack off.
No.
I don't know why, considering TJ looks kempt no matter what he does. I force myself to look up. Funny drawing. He looks at the napkin and gives a little laugh.
Oh, she showed you that too? Wait, where'd she go?
Forgot her purse.
Oh,
We sit in unbearably awkward silence for a while before I finally sigh and lean my face against a paw as I stare hard out the window. Okay, so I wasn't wiping my ass. You know otters have glands.
Chase.
I look over at TJ and he's smiling.
I know. I shouldn't have opened the door. You were just taking a while, and we were wondering if you were alright.
I look up as I see Janice make her way over, our food on a giant tray.
Don't eat the book.
I won't eat the book, okay, TJ?
Jeez, oh.
God, you always tell me not to do things.
You're gonna
No.
burn for that.
Okay, wait, no, deep, sexy voice TJ, you're not allowed in this game. Go away.
Go away.
You're gonna burn for that. That wasn't. I was trying to do cat voice that was evil or something, but okay, that's deep, sexy TJ voice. Got it.
I guess it's really the lock's fault.
Oh, having problems with the restroom door? Make sure it's jammed shut real tight. Should lock then.
Thanks. As the plates are set down, I'm faintly surprised at the portion sizes. Not used to getting this much in the city. Janice immediately bustles off to another customer.
And you know,
I look up from my giant sandwich and fries, grabbing the ketchup bottle.
it was kind of cute.
TJ immediately looks down, pretending to read the menu, even though we already ordered our food. I feel like my brows are almost going to shoot off my forehead as I stare at him.
What does applewood smoked even mean?
Oh no,
In fact, I'm doing
you're
that
not
right
getting
now.
off that easy. Did you just call my butt cute?
No!
TJ's ears fall flat. I'm kind of satisfied that he's the one feeling embarrassed right now.
I just, otters have cute tails, that's all.
You know, a lot of other humans think that too, huh?
I snort. Yeah, I can see by the way you drew mine here.
Sorry.
Don't you mean Sawi?
Oh.
Don't be. So yeah, I'm testing the waters here.
Whoa!
What?
It's just great. Thank you,
Okay, so
Lordy.
here's the question then. Do you guys think TJ might actually be interested in guys?
If
I don't even know the character that well. Nope, I can't say.
Okay.
interested in
Yeah,
guys,
that's
I think
kind
he's
of where I'm at.
interested in Chase.
Alright, so you think he might be interested in Chase. What was your answer,
Yeah.
TJ?
I don't know enough about the character's sexuality, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say he's at the very minimum interested in Chase.
Okay.
He's Chase sexual the way that...
Yes,
Yes.
that Chase is Jenna sexual.
So, I will say this, they never outright state what TJ's sexuality is. However, I have my own theories, and because I played through the entire game, I can't tell you what my theories are without tipping some hands on some things, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we get to a certain scene, then I'll share my theory.
Okay.
It's been a while since I played this game with a guy, and who the fuck thought the next one would be TJ? But here I am. I keep looking over at TJ, waiting for him to look up. Finally, he does look at me for a moment, and we lock eyes. I smirk, and he smiles in return, before looking back down. Well, that's something.
Is there a minigame?
Well, this is a Danganronpa.
I sit on a big rock next to the shore, watching the tiny waves lap at the smaller rocks. Across the lake, Maybe a half-mile away, I see my friends, all of them, floating on something. It's my car. They're all in my car. Leo's driving. He's got sunglasses on. Even from this distance, I see him look across the lake at me. He waves, then makes a finger gun, shoots it at me, making a clicking sound with his tongue. Flynn sits next to him, head back, sleeping. Girl is drawing on his face. Jenna sits in the back and reads, and TJ... Where's TJ? There he is. He's swimming after the car. Colors fall flat. I feel sticky and sick. Something isn't right. I'm at the canyon again. I'm looking over the edge. TJ's on the ground. He's staring at me. Maggots in his eyes. Something moves in the bush next to him. Something... A paw. Is that a paw? It reaches out towards TJ. The lake. I'm staring at the lake, but the day is clear. The sky's blue, and there are things in the water. 5, 6 things float in the water. Bodies. Bodies float in the water. I watch the bodies float, bobbing up and down, and one looks really familiar. This isn't right. This isn't me. What is this? Something across the lake. I see something across the lake. There's a tool shed. A tool shed is across the lake, and I see the door open. There isn't a tool shed next to the lake. Something steps out.
And we did it, guys. We got through Tuesday for TJ. Wasn't that just completely normal and just completely sane and perfectly fine?
We'll have to complete the ritual soon.
He's
Like,
TJ.
I don't know, his mother is like wearing a robe or something.
Is this how I get rid of my migraines, Mom?
I don't know what. Trick or food.
Alright, well,
Okey-dokey.
I'm gonna go ahead and have everyone say
So
goodbye.
I'm going to say bye
Ah.
right now, even though I'll be right back.
But we're saying bye now, DJ.
Bye.
You preemptive
No.
son of a-
Bye.
Sure, whatever.
Alright, I guess that's it then. Bye, everyone.